I was debating this dude a while back about whether or not we went to space. And one of the things I brought up is, hey man, if we ever went there, why can we not go now? And my point was that there's a free market that proves we never went there, because if it was possible, the free market would offer like a some kind of a space tour service to the public, and you'd make a ton of money. You would know maybe you'd have to take people all around the moon, but you could do that for those who could afford it. At least an orbit of Earth. There, if we went to the moon 50 years ago, and we've been having satellites in space for 60 years, man. Look at this goofy person here. Wow, look at this zany time I'm having in space. It's awesome. The whole thing is so ridiculous, man. Look at that. Anyway, um, guys, 60 years ago, before, like, when your grandparents were children, we've been putting satellites orbiting Earth, like, no problem. Like Sputnik and all that went to the moon. Russia went sent a satellite to Venus. We go to Mars, but no such thing as a service, a tour agency to the common people, common folks, everyday folks, with a few bucks in their pocket. You have to be a multi-millionaire. I mean, how much money can it cost to just get up there? A little higher than a plane, and then once you're up there, it's free. You don't need much rocket fuel. You're just orbiting Earth and then come back down. But no, no such thing. And you guys believe it, that it's real, even though there's no proof. For a group that demands proof, the scientific guys who believe in round Earth, you demand proof of everything. You sure accept all this stuff on faith, just on a story that you're told. And so I told the guy, where's the space tours agency to the public? He says, oh, there is a space tour agency. Like, he got me, man. And he linked it over. This is it. They have a website. I said, oh man, that's a trip. I checked it out. I said, let me call this place and see what the heck is going on. So I'm gonna let you guys hear the call. I made a whole video about it, but like, I'll just give you the best parts because I there's some wasted time on there. Well, anyway, listen to what. So a real guy answers the phone, and I interact with him. We go back and forth, and it's just very strange because there is this website and a real guy who answers, who represents this company who supposedly can take people to orbit around the Earth or even around the moon. And but look what happens. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this is Space Adventures.
Yeah,
I, I want to fly around the moon.
yeah, what would you like to know?
How much does it cost, and when can I go?
It's about 150 million per person.
150 million?
Yes.
Okay. I have a billionaire sponsor. My mom married this guy, and he's been sponsoring me my whole life, so he might want to go too. But I was, okay. So that's covered. What else do I need to do?
Well, you need to send a formal inquiry, if you don't mind, to our main mailbox or to my email, and we'll go from there.
All right. So I fill out the form that you got. That's where we waste a little too much time going back and forth about the form, and the email's kind of boring. Let's get to the good stuff. All right. Adventures. All right.com. All right. Hey, have you got? Can I talk to someone that went so I can see how the experience was?
No, nobody has gone.
Nobody has gone. All right. Gone yet?
Nobody has gone yet. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How come nobody's gone?
Well, people have been around the moon, but it was like 40 years ago.
Okay. But I could. So this is open. If I can come up with the money, I can go. Is the reason nobody's gone yet because nobody wants to pay that much money? Maybe.
Well, we have a few reservations. It's a very difficult program.
Okay.
To build and implement, so it takes time.
But you guys offer the service. I mean, you have a website and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but it's just hard. You're saying it's still hard to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, but I want to go, man. How much is it again? $150 million?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll. Is there any things I can see? I mean, I'm excited because I just got on the website and I'm looking, but it says gallery, but it's just the same loop of the moon. Are there pick like? Well, I guess there isn't much to show because no one's gone yet. You're saying?
No one has gone, so there are no pictures or videos.
Okay, all right.
To share.
Okay, what do you recommend I do? I mean, I can come up with the money, but if I can come up with the money, can you guys get me around the moon?
Yes, of course.
All right. So, what's my first step? To fill out the form and send it back to you?
No, not the form. You have my direct email. Just send me a formal request with as many details as you can, and then we'll probably have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, a confidentiality agreement, so we can share personal details.
All right. Okay.
We about the program and you about yourself and your family.
All right.
From there.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Val.
Val. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Nice talking to you. You want to come with me? You know? Both of us, man. And we'll bring some girls. All right, Val. See you later, buddy. Bye. Yeah, Val like that. That'll be fun. But he's giggling. Because it's just a fantasy, man. But yet, the website is... Hi, lady. Yet look how much fun she's having, man. Don't you want to go? Don't you wish we could all go? Keep wishing. Keep dreaming. But we're laughing because we both know it's a fantasy. But it's just a crazy thing, man. So there is a real website. And there is a Space Adventures. And there's a real guy that answers the phone. Val. And he will answer your questions. And it costs $150 million. So that right there is going to block a bunch of people. Won't be able to cough up that dough. That's a lot of money for the average guy. And then there's the process with the forms and paperwork. You got to email him stuff about yourself and your family. And it seems like that's where they can get anybody to screen them out. Like even if you come up with the money, when you go through that process of the emailing him information about yourself, they'll find some reason that you're disqualified. And you heard from the horse's mouth, no one has gone. So you got to think like, what is going on here? If it's a legitimate business, someone would have gone by now. At least one person. If it's a scam, it's not a very good scam because nobody with $150 million is dumb enough to give it to this guy. And on top of it, they can't get you around the moon. So they'd have to give you back the money. And so they can't even get that money. So there's no scam really. So what's going on here? There is a deception about space and all that sort of thing, that where we are and what's above us and around us. We're told it's like vast, endless space with enormous distances between planets and stars, but the moon's close by and there's space right outside Earth, just above us and around us, where we can go. We've taken a small step for mankind there. That's what we're told. So, and that's the deception. And there is this website with the Space Adventures Tour. But how many people really go to this thing? So what's the purpose of it? Is it to trick us? Well, not many of us were tricked. Not many of us even know about this, yet it's there. Maybe it's part of the deception. Like there is a Space Adventure Tour. It's possible. Maybe they can trick some people into thinking it. I don't know, man. It's a strange thing that's going on with this, and I don't really have the answer. But what I do know is nobody's been there, and so what? Why is this? Why does it exist? Who's keeping this thing going, and for what purpose? Because after we hear this guy, so according to Val, he goes, absolutely, I can take you around the moon, me, him, and some girls. But let's see what this guy says, Don Pettit.
Listen, I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going
So poor Don Pettit can't go to the moon. He left. He left to go there, but he can't because they destroyed the technology. And he'd go in a nanosecond. What a nerdy thing to say, to nanosecond. Like that's like space talk. I wonder if that was in the script, but it kind of sounded like he was just improvising, man. Anyway, why would they destroy that technology? Like Hillary Clinton with the emails, she smashed up the laptop supposedly to keep it from the FBI. All the dirt she had in those laptops with the emails. So NASA did that too. Why would they do that? But that's the story we're given. But wait, all Don Pettit has to do is ask this guy, Val, to take him around the moon because they didn't destroy the technology. They still got it. They can do it. They can get poor Don Pettit around the moon. He'd go in a nanosecond. He's got plenty of money too behind him. NASA could give him. NASA gets like so many billions of dollars each year, millions a day. They could talk to Val and get back to the moon again, because Val seems to be able to do it. Let's see what's next. So I just checked, when was flight discovered or invented? The Wright brothers did it, Wilbur and Orville, in December 17, 1903. They were able to fly. So from 1903 to like it was like 1960 something, they got Sputnik into orbit. Let's say 60 years later. So from then to now, if we could go from just barely flying this thing, from here to the moon in 60 years, within the next 50 years, 50 or 60, we should at least been able to get folks orbiting the Earth. Like, they got Sputnik to do it, but they can't get any of us to do it. And there's a whole list of reasons, and we all just accept it. Like, they can do it, but they can't do it. And you guys buy it. And you got to put yourself in our shoes. And let's just hear Trump first.
Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the sixth branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement.
Yeah, it is. So he's saying for immediately he wants Space Force. So it's been like a year or two since he says that. Where's your Space Force, guys? Even Trump said we're going to have a Space Force. No one, not even a peep about that anymore, but it was big news for a while. And every president has to lie about this stuff, man. So, listen, guys, this is a message to the round earthers, round earth believers. We got the Hatfields and the McCoys. Less filling tastes great. Round earth, flat earth. Maybe it's neither, but I don't believe these people. But you guys do. Remember, I used to think, I'm going to tell you this. You got to look at this from our shoes, guys. Round earthers. This is a flat earther talking to round earthers. You got to put yourself in our shoes and then look at yourselves. You look, I went to school just like you guys did. I learned about round earth and I never questioned it. And when a few years ago, flat earth videos started coming to my YouTube suggestions, I wouldn't even look at them because I thought that was just so stupid, man. I wouldn't even look at it, but I like looking at like conspiracy stuff, aliens, Bigfoot, who shot John F. Kennedy, the Twin Towers, who really done it, all this stuff. But I wouldn't waste my time looking at flat Earth until Eric Dubay came out with 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball. That title intrigued me. I said, wow, 200 proofs. Let's see. That one got me like into it, But so, you put yourself in our. So now I'll switch to the flat Earth camp, and I'm looking at you guys, and you believe all this stuff for a group of people who wants proof of everything. You're very scientific. You guys like science and evidence and proof. Yet there's no proof for this. There's just a story that you get, and fake space adventure tours, and fake presidential speeches promising you Space Force, and nothing ever happens. And why do you believe this? Why should we believe it? If I want to fly in a plane, I can fly in a plane. If I want to go under the ocean in a submarine, I can do it. We can go to places on the earth. They're real. I have reason to believe in it. But if someone told me that there's this place that's real, only we can't go there, you just got to believe me. Why wouldn't you question that? No matter who tells you. Even if it's Donald Trump, Kennedy, Obama, Bill Clinton, all the presidents, Bush, they all talked about, going to the moon and about space, and Ronald Reagan with Star Wars, yet it's just a story, and there should be something that is provided to the common person by now, but there's always an excuse in a story, and you guys gobble it up. We don't. And it's naive to accept stories from people with no proof. You guys are the ones who don't have proof. Our proof is that you have no proof. And I'll believe it when I see it. You guys think you're so scientific. Yet you believe something you've never seen. You've never seen the round Earth with your own eyes. You've never been in orbit of Earth. You've never been in orbit of the moon. But maybe Val can get you there. Give him a call. You might qualify. I don't know. There's always more I can say. I think I said enough for now. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. Because a lot of stories, man, but no actions. I'm not seeing any actions. I'm hearing a lot of talk and zero action, zero reason for me to believe any of this stuff. Tell me why I'm wrong.